Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
The Cowboys take over.
Let's go. 11.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He finds his man, complete. That's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Cowboys at 2-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where they're open.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw, here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Willis takes a snap. They're going for it. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Open man is Duvernay. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, Ron.
2nd and 6.
Dirty left. Silver.
Up the middle they go. McMillan, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Silver.
Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
13, Luke. Luke.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Running left is Walker. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
On play action, Lawrence. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
30 left. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught by McMillan. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down.
11.
Here's Lawrence. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, Lion. Silver.
Now a handoff up the middle. McMillan, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Lawrence now going to move him around. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Easy. Here we go.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
And they'll run again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Ready up. Hey. Think right. Here we go.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Willis out of the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10, and touchdown! Lamb McConkey with career touchdown number 60. And the Aviators post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Aviators 7, Cowboys 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Take right open. Hey, I'm gun.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking deep downfield. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Willis looking to throw it. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach. A few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 4th down, Willis. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. As the first half is winding down, and the Aviators will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one too wide and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Zach. Hey, kill. Hey, run.
Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Willis. And Cooks has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Willis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Sink right.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Silver.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
11.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Easy. Hey, Lion.
Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, McMillan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
13, Luke. Silver.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he's got some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
They go play action with Willis.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
A give for Walker running right.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2. Here's Willis.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath first? When you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Think right.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Willis looks to pass it here.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
They go play action with Willis. And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Play action. Here's Willis.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
19 Tiger.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Now Willis to throw.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Aviators look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
23. Go, go. Go, go. Let's go. There we go, sir.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Hey, kill. 11. Think right.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Willis will look to throw it. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
And what a big-time play there. 41 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
shotgun snap to Willis. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
To throw, here's Willis.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, 27 yards. And the Aviators start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man, it's Palmer.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Hey, Lion, 30 left. Take right, open.
On 3rd down, McMillan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Going right back to Fant.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. 11.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Go.
To throw, Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Riley Moss takes him down defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for our visitors, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional